What's up, everyone? Let's see. How do I do this?
I see.
Oh, there we are. Wait for people. Hi, Nico. Okay, so Ari, right here. That's the. Hey, JD. Okay, so there's that. So everyone, hi. I'm Stephen Moleski. Ari just dipped out. Ari is going to be letting me know all your answer or all your questions so I can answer them. Hi, JD. Tuning in from LA. Everyone's from. Hello. Where's everyone from? Hello. Hi. So I'm Stephen Moleski. I've been a celebrity makeup artist for 25 years, and I am here with the gorgeous Isabella, and we are going to do a bronze summer look using some of my favorite Jouer products. But hi, Jen from New Jersey. Jouer, hello. So just so we start, I have the Luminize eye patches. They're full of caffeine, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. Just basically, I was seeing her under eyes and they were a little dry, so we were prepping those beforehand. If everybody wants to, Ari's going to pull them up. They are like my go-to favorite product. Definitely. If you're not wearing makeup, or if you're a mom, or you're on the go, these are something that you want to have in your bag. They're amazing. Who else is there? Hello, Oklahoma. Do you want to pull those off, Isabella? So where's everyone from? Virginia. Okay. So what I'm going to do, has anyone used the Barrier Skin Cream? Barrier Skin Cream is one of their new products. It's one of my kit staples now because I like a really hydrating moisturizer that has a little bit of grip so that when you're wearing makeup or applying makeup, it is hydrating, plumping, and stays put. And this does just that. It's also great for repairing your skin barrier and just all around good moisturizer. All right. How's that feel?
So good.
Really has changed my skin for the better. Yeah, this is a really great one. I have really, really, really sensitive skin, and I don't like a lot on my skin. So there's no fragrance. There's not all the additives. A lot of fragrances break out my skin, especially when I work with so many different skin types and combination skins, and people have so problematic skins, especially whenever I'm applying makeup, that a really good base that's not complicated but that's super hydrating is the key. Hi from San Antonio, Iowa. Is anyone from International? All right. Now, if you guys are shopping along, are you able to do it all?
Yep, we just showed the barrier cream.
Okay, so this whole technology, by the way, is all new to me, so I'm really excited about it, but it's very different. So just so you guys know, if you're shopping along, we are doing a Luminize. This is one of my favorite products that's been in my kit. I think with me and Jouer started having a relationship back in 2018, 19, and actually no, right before the pandemic, because I remember we wound up doing some content during the pandemic. But this was one of the first products that they ever sent me, and it's the Lip Enhance, and it is something that I swear by. All my clients swear by. Actually, you can just put some on. It's very. This is going to be yours, anyways. It is super hydrating, super glossy. I use it on myself sometimes if I want to if my lips are chapped, especially during the winter. But all of my clients wind up stealing this. It's my number one product that's been taken out of my kit because everyone loves it. So we prep the lips a little bit with that. And also, if you spend $50 or more, it's free with your purchase. So that's a win-win. All right, so whoever knows Jouer, and the one thing that I loved about Jouer is the quality of their ingredients, their product formulations, and with that, their concealer is one of my go-tos. And once again, I do a lot of celebrities, but I do a lot of real women. And real women's needs, they want concealer, they want to look like they have great skin. And the concealer that Jouer has, their essential concealer, does everything that a concealer needs to do. It's hyaluronic acid, it's niacinamide, and vitamin E. And I'm going to just apply some. I'm going to show you a little bit of a different tip. This is macaroon. So this has got a little bit of a peach undertone. And I am one, as much as I do red carpet makeups, I like a look that has basically the skin. And I'm going to make sure this is open. What's going on with my skin? What's going on with my screen?
You're there.
I think you're good.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, I'm applying it under the eyes. This is a little bit of a peach tone, but I'm going to let it sit there for a minute. And then what I have learned with this concealer and all concealers is I use my fingers sometimes, but everyone has a powder puff to put a powder puff on. I use this because it pushes in the concealer and it just makes it stay in place. And it makes it very, very skin-like.
Somebody said, yes, that concealer is truly amazing.
Yes, it is very, very amazing.
Angel is asking, is it a matte concealer, Stephen?
You definitely wouldn't say it's a matte concealer. It's skin-like, so it's not dull. It's not dry-looking. It's skin-like finish, and it's very, very, very. I wouldn't say it's like Instagram full coverage, but it is like full coverage, skin-like. And if you need a little bit of a spot area for more coverage, you can. But it's definitely, as you can see, I'm not adding any more. I'm just blending out, and it is covering everything. Now, I love just putting makeup on bare skin, and I don't use a lot of I don't use a lot of foundation. I use more concealer than anything. That's why I love this concealer also, because I can use it and it will sheer out and I can build it. But I'm gonna go in and we're doing like a bronzy look, and I had told some people that I was gonna do a summer look, so I'm going to use another one of the products and then go back in and do a reverse highlight or reverse contour, if you will, of how I frame almost all of my clients. And it's something that I do before I will necessarily contour, because I find that contour sometimes ages people. And so if I go in and I bronze and then I brighten, it gives a nice soft youthful framing before I actually go in and contour. So bear with me, and this is going to be their Bloom Bronze and Glow. So it is summer, and we all want to have like the flawless skin. So I am just going to kind of run it across the tops of the cheeks, the sides of the nose, and the jawline. Turn a little bit that way. And I'm just going to go in. And this is just a paddle brush that I'm going to blend everything out with. And if you go in, and you'll see once I do it, it's going to give a beautiful framing that will look basically, put some here. there any other questions? See the one side. Let me see. I can't see what we're doing in here. There we are. So see here, and then see there. I mean, she has amazing cheekbones as it is. Isabella's so gorgeous. But this just basically will give you that more sun-kissed glow, and it frames your face while not covering up your skin. And then,
Which color are you using, Stephen?
so this is Sunrise, which is like a warm peachy tone. And the reason I'm using a paddle brush, or you can use a beauty blender, I'm going to go in with a beauty blender after this, is I don't want to take off too much product. I want to blend it out. These gorgeous bangs. And just get it where I want it so I can sculpt everything. Because I'm going to go in and reverse contour. And basically reverse contour is just you bronze everything up. And then I'm going to frame and sculpt and like just place where I want the light on the face. But I do that kind of at the end so that I can really, as we say, snatch the face up. But this is just a really beautiful product. And I'm putting on a lot because I want to give that summer glow. But you can use your fingers, you can use a brush, whatever you prefer. How's that feel? It feels pretty lightweight too.
Yes. Not heavy at all.
Okay. I love a lot of creams, and what I'm going to show you is I'm going to go in to do something a little bit where you can take each step of my application and use it or not, or go up and use part of the product, or you can use all, but it's going to look all great whether you do every step of the application or just use a couple of the products. The cream blush that I'm going to use is Uplift Me. Where's my sponge? Oh. All right, so I'm going to place that just on the upper parts of the cheek. And this is just going to kind of give a nice lift. And then I'm actually going to place a little bit, because I love it. You can use it on the lips. And then I'm just going to take a beauty blender and blend it out. Can you guys see that?
Nico says, love it. Looks super natural. And someone said you look like an angel, Isabella.
Thank you.
Did you say your mom's watching?
Yes, my mom's probably watching. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Summer. That's my sister-in-law. Everyone's watching. In this room, it's very quiet. I have 2 people watching me. Anyway, so this is all the blushes. If you go on the website, you can see there's a lot of different shades. What I love is that the blush comes with 2 different shades. So you have each one has a complementing color. This is more of a peach tone, and there's a berry tone on the other end. They're a great. How much do they cost also? They are
$32.
$32 for 2 different blushes. That's actually a really good deal because most blushes are like $30. So really good multi-purpose usage. 2 different colors for 2 different uses, and a really good value. All right, so. There we are. Are we back? I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
I got kicked off. Anyways, so I'm going to go back in. So there's the full essential concealer I used before. That is great. It's like full coverage. It's got the hyaluronic. Well, this one is their other concealer, and I love using this. This is shade Creme Caf, but it's your pen concealer. And so I use this and basically in a lighter shade and to do more of the brightening effect. And everyone that is over the age of 25 always wants to look more youthful, and that is because you allow the more light. I got about 10,000 watts on me right now. The more light you have on the face, the more youthful, the more softer in your appearance. And so what I want to do is I want to go in with this pen, and I'm just going to go and use it as a corrective, but I want to pull in some light. So I'm first going to go down the nose and then do a little bit in the forehead, and then all the little areas, look over right, that I just want to make bright.
Angel said, is this okay to use for my oily skin?
Oily skin, yes, it's totally fine. What I would definitely do is I would pair it with a primer, just so that you have a little bit more long wear, because anyone that has overly oily skin needs some type of primer so that you can control the oil. Because our skin is breathes, and if you are overproducing oil, you need something to help with that. So this works on everyone's skin, but I definitely would do your normal application that you do to control your oil control. All right, so what I am going to use, are you good, Ari? Okay.
Yep. Somebody just asked, can all ages use this concealer?
Oh, this, yeah. So the one thing is the Essential Pen Concealer is a medium coverage concealer that I say you can sheer down to like next to nothing. I've done 12-year-olds that just needed a touch of concealer to cover a blemish or to help around the eyes or something that they wanted or needed, and it's super sheer, or it could be super sheer, and it's very spot and detailed. The Essential, which is this one here, is much more full coverage, and a little goes a long way. But with that, what I wanted to do is, this is their moisture mist, and I like doing this whenever I'm blending, especially towards the end. And it's just to give a little bit of moisture, so that when I blend, where my beauty blender is, you just get this most amazing finish. The concealer doesn't need it. It's more of so it merges with everything else. And because I'm going to set with powder over top of this, it just makes sure that everything is going to be nice and even and not grab anywhere. How's that look? Okay for me. And see how whenever I use a little bit of the lighter color, and I don't go super light, it just makes it super, it pulls the look together and gives that like soft focus where she's just got like almost a light bulb on her face, the center of her face. Any other questions?
Somebody asked if you were using a damp or dry beauty blender.
Well, you always want to use a wet beauty blender that you squeeze out. So it's not wet, but it's super hydrated. It's fully hydrated and then squeezed out.
What is the first way that you used? How did you blend out the first concealer?
So the first concealer I blended out, I use, especially with any full coverage concealer, I use a powder puff, these little microfiber powder puffs. The reason being is full coverage concealers are thicker and there's more pigmentation, and I will use a brush a lot of the time, but when I really want to place the pigment, I like to go in and it just pushes it in, and since the formulation has so much pigment and is so potent, that this allows you to not waste any product and really have more control than a brush or a sponge, if that makes sense.
Amazing. Somebody else asked, how is the best way to pick a color, like especially if you're shopping online?
Yeah, so if you're going, one thing I love is that Jouer has a picture that has all the different concealers, and all the concealers, because of the undertones, they're very forgiving. If you were to get one like a wheat or something that you think is your match, more than likely it's going to work really well. thing to take into consideration is where you're using the concealer the most. Like we went with macaroon. Macaroon is my #1 fair skin shade, and the reason being is that it has a peach undertone. So any of the blue that we normally get underneath the eyes is going to be is automatically going to be neutralized. If you look at the sheet, there's ones that appear to have a more golden tone. Those would be ones that I would use on your complexion, around your face, covering a pimple, something that you might have red tones in it. And then there's the neutral tones where it kind of like is just it's not yellow, it's more of a, if it will be a brown undertone, and those are the ones that are you should use all over the skin and all over the face and pretty much be error proof. But the one, if you look at them, if they seem to have a pink or a peach undertone, those are going to be more warm and are best suited around the eyes.
And somebody also suggested to use the shade finder feature on the website.
Yes.
And everyone loves your tips, Stephen.
Perfect. So speaking of undertones, all right. So I am one that I love. I love the next product I'm going to talk about, and so pressed powders are something that I run from, but not with Jouer because they are really, really, really beautiful. They're very hydrating. They're amazing pigments, and I'm going to show you how I set the face. We just shot their campaign, and it's exactly what I do, and I always recommend that everyone's going to always need 2 different concealers, one for the summer, one for the winter. You're also going to need a winter powder and a summer powder. And the way that you apply them is you just reverse them depending on the time of the year. And what I mean by that is this is going to be fair, which is too light for her whenever we're doing a bronzy look. But it will be perfect for under her eyes. And then this is light, and because they're so pigmented and it's powders always are going to go a little bit darker. And so I'm going to use this to apply and kind of just set around the face. And I go over the cream blush, and I don't want a very heavy application. And this is just going to make it look almost like filtered or retouched, but also still look very skin-like. Do you see the difference as this is happening? Look up for me.
Somebody said flawless. Any tips to not look cakey?
So, #1 tip to not look cakey is don't put on too much. 2 is to use a product that's hydrating, and that's where the powder, Jouer powder, has hyaluronic in it, so it's going to help keep your skin hydrated without looking cakey. Use a clean brush that doesn't have product on it, so always use a clean, even a clean powder puff, because if you use dirty products and you put the oil and transfer the oils, it's going to ruin the product, but it's also going to make your makeup not look as fresh. The other thing, I'm going to go in. So this is fair. Is this fair? No, it's translucent. Where's light?
You're using light, which is right there.
All right. So light, this is light. And what I love also about it is it has a little bit of if you really look at it, it's got a little bit of a brightening aspect or a pink tone. And what I'm going to do is just right where I placed that lighter concealer, I'm going to go in and place that. And you see how that brightened her face compared to this side? And the reason I say you don't have to get 2, I just think that like everyone always has a darker powder during the summer. We're going into the summer, so you definitely want to get the one that matches. But if you have a lighter one that you've been using, you can always put a little bit over top of it. and it just gives a nice.
So somebody
finish.
asked why not use translucent. When would you use a translucent versus a color? More about.
So you can. So if you're doing. So I have a translucent here, and this is amazing. So I would definitely like. You can use a translucent, and it'll keep it just completely set, and you don't have to do any adding to it, and you could just get away with that. I was going with. People want a little bit more coverage with a pressed powder. These have pigmentation, so it's going to help give color. It's going to help give the bronziness, and the translucent is just going to be translucent. It's not going to add anything to the overall makeup. Translucent is amazing. It's a definite go-to. If you're just a concealer and you don't want to like have any type of coverage or pigmentation, then definitely go with this. Does that make sense? But yeah, this is the translucent I love. I wouldn't go. So also with the translucent, I would touch up with this. I wouldn't touch up with a one of the other powders as much. You can, but you're gonna be better with a translucent for like during the day touching up. But I'm also gonna show you. You guys asked about caking makeup, and whenever I'm gonna put some bronzer on. And you will see, I'm going to go to the bronzer now.
Okay.
So this is also a product. Oh, there's a mirror. You can see all the lighting that Michael set up, my husband. All right, so here is my bronzer brush. All right, so I'm taking sunlight and suntan. So this is suntan. And it's the darker shade, and I'm just kind of like gonna buff. I'm gonna do one side so you can see the difference. And it's the same theory that I just said about having the two different powders. There's a darker one and a lighter one that you can use so you get more dimension to the face, which is genius because you get both of them in one palette. But this I'm just using all over. Down the sides of the nose, and it just gives the most gorgeous natural like vacation tan. And look straight ahead and turn a little bit this way. See how like just beautiful. It's not orange, it's just very like luminous. All right. I also love one thing that's really with the pigmentation and the quality of the product is a lot of products these are super buttery, and if you notice, like there's no makeup and then there's very little moisturizer that I put on her neck, but they're such high quality and blendable products that they just blend straight down. I know that we've all used products where they get cakey and they are more on the dry side. And these are just beautiful. All right. How's that?
Beautiful.
All right, so I'm going to take a little bit also close to me, and I'm just going to go and use the same thing over the eyes. I'm going to use a shadow stick also, but I just like this because whenever you do bronzer on the face, you definitely want to bring it a little bit down the side of the nose and through the eyes because it'll be a really pretty transition. See how that just kind of like frames on her face. It looks very like done, but not overly done. You get to see it too, right? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any questions on this? Or does anyone want me to do something that I'm not doing?
Everybody's saying skin perfection. The powder is blurring. Somebody did ask about the powder, the previous product you used. Does it hide skin texture?
So I wouldn't say it hides skin texture because texture is something that makeup doesn't change. Lighting, the product minimizes skin texture because it's really great with light. So if you whatever lights in the room, it's going to help bounce and give a more luminous, soft skin, velvety look to the skin, like filter light. But I wouldn't lie and say, oh my god, it's just going to erase texture. But it gives a very beautiful finish to the skin that is complementing. All right, we're going to go to the blush. So this is, once again, if you don't know anything about Jouer, or you do, this is one of their blushes. This is Adore. I'm going to use Adore Me on, which is a peachy tone. What's it say? Soft, focus, hydrating, 23% off. There's 23%. What's the 23%? Oh, buy, got it. I'm seeing some things that you're seeing. This is live. This is the blush. So you get two shades also. You get the lighter shade. And since I'm really going for like that summer, we're going into summer, everyone's planning a vacation. Some people have gone on vacation already. I'm trying to. But this is the Adore Me. I'm going to apply that. I'm just going to go in with the same Zuck brush and just hit the fronts of the cheek. And I love blush. I love these blushes also because they don't go hot, if you know what I mean. Like they just are very like natural, like they can just, your skin just like sings with them on. And there's so many great shades that if you go on the website, they got like the most beautiful natural, like lived in, it's like that kind of like that I woke up like this, but only better. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Now I always hit a little on the nose, on the forehead, and don't forget to hit down here. And then a little bit right on the chest. And see how that kind of like pulls it all together? And then, what are we gonna do? All right, so we've done that. I'm gonna do this one. This is actually another bronzer blush moment that I'm gonna say this, menage a trois. This is one of the products I always run from highlighters because a lot of my clients and a lot of the jobs I do require matte. And this is basically a blush bronzer with a touch of highlight. And can I get a small brush, feathery brush? I'm gonna get this. All right, so like I'm gonna use it almost like a highlighter or a spot shader, kind of like placing the color. So it's a blush, I might be wrong, but this is a blush, bronzer, highlighter all in one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it all.
I just know it works. So here's how I use it. So I hit it across the tops of the cheek like you would. And because I already put the peach tone in, this kind of just pulls in all of the colors. So see how you get here compared to here, and it just pulls it together. Can you see that? All right, I'm gonna do it here. And it's just a very soft, luminous, it brings light to the skin.
Stephen, someone asked, is it good for all over the face, even for the eyes?
So because it has a touch, which the menage a trois. So the menage a trois, I definitely use on the eyes. I would use on the high points of the face, and use it on the blush. I wouldn't put it all over, just because it's going to give a bounce on the light, and so I would definitely use it through the tops of the cheek, across the top of the nose, in the eye socket. I'm actually going to add some more to the eye socket. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's just a really pretty color, especially when it goes on the eye. So you'll see if I do it on this eye, it has a shimmer.
Someone said she's glowing like a goddess from JD. She's the one who just asked that question.
Yeah. So see how on this eye, it gives a nice like reflective and like her eye, like with the little bit of bronzer, and then this, it's giving it a full eye makeup. I am gonna do an eye makeup. It's it's like the 2 second I got an event to go to, throw something on, and whenever I tell you this is something I do all the time, whenever I'm like not sure what I want to do, if a person wants a natural look, but something that's like red carpet worthy. But this is a really, like if you're going to lunch with your girlfriends or you're on vacation and you just need to throw something on so you can play up your tan, or just for, you want to, like you're feeling down and you want to have like a little bit of a life to your skin, that is my go-to. All right, so should we go to lips or eyes? Let's go to eyes. All right, modern. So this is my favorite. This is our eye crayons. So were you on the eye crayons yet?
Yep.
All right. So these are the eye crayons. These are one of my favorite products that they have. They blend like a dream. They're super pigmented and they don't budge. So like you can apply them. They're super airproof, but then once they're locked in, they're locked in. All right. So this is gonna look really weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So look down. So you're gonna line all up in here. And then close. You're gonna line here. So you're just lining the inside and outside of the eye. And see how it kind of gave it a lift? And then, close for me. You're just gonna take it and drag a little bit out and into the socket. And if you want to add more, you can just take a little fluffy brush. And see how blendable that is? Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
pretty.
love it.
I see a big difference.
All right, I'm gonna have you come on this side so I can do the other eye. All right, look down. And the reason I do the inside of the lash line is that you want the color to be seamless and it kind of frames your eyes out too. All right, you can look at the camera. And then.
So somebody asked, is it safe to use inside the eye?
If it's, yeah, because it's made for the eyes, so they're going to be safe for anywhere around the eyes. Because even if you were to place it above the lash line, it's going to get in your eyes of some place or some level.
And somebody asked, can you sharpen the crayon to have a more precise application? And I already responded that there is a built-in sharpener.
Yeah. And then when I tell you that a lot of times I'll just go in and like sharpen it like this because they're so soft, and you can warm them up and you get a little bit of an edge. All right, and then look up for me. Because I know a lot of people, whenever you're on vacation, I'm doing a summer makeup, obviously. So whenever you're on vacation, you don't want a lot, but this is like something that you're going to sweat proof. So I line the inside and then just smoking out around. And it's just got like, it's a brown, but it has like a little bit of a gold green tone to it. But there's all these different shades they have. They have rose gold and all the different ones, and they all blend the same. Look for me.
And then you've only used modern so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is just the powder bronzer and one eyeshadow stick.
That's so pretty. And there's 10 different shades.
Yeah, there's 10 shades of this. There's a There's rose gold. There's a yellow, like a golden yellow. There's all different ones. If you look on the website, they're just, you can't, I actually use all of them. My favorite one, if you're going to play around with like a no makeup, just gives the eye a little bit of framing. Surreal is beautiful. It's almost like a putty gray with a pink undertone. It's beautiful and very versatile. All right, close for me.
Somebody said amazing shades. It matches so much with the model. And a lot of people are obsessed with these eye crayons.
Yeah, eye crayons, like eyeshadow can get really complicated. And like I said, a lot of, if you're just joining now or when you were beginning, is I do a lot of celebrities, but I have a lot of private clients. And I always pride myself on listening to what real women want. And everyone's always like, I don't know how to do eye makeup. Well, if you don't know how to do eye makeup, these eye pens or these eye crayons are your one stop. You line your eyes, you smudge them out, they're pretty. Like you can use, where's the other shade? Okay, that's surreal. So this is another shade. It's called Cashmere. So Cashmere is a little bit lighter. Look up for me. And we're just gonna place it here on the inside. And it's just going to, see how it pulled the light? Can you see it on that screen?
Yeah, very pretty.
Close.
Pop the inner corner.
Yeah. But what I love is it's so skin-like that if you're wanting, look up for me. If you're wanting that like very natural, not overdone, it just pulls the light and is very complimenting to the skin.
Somebody said Rococo is great as an all-over face highlighter too.
Which one?
Rococo, it's like the
Oh yeah.
a little bit later.
Yeah, Rococo is very pretty. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna do a lip. Does anyone have any questions on the eyes? Do we have a mascara one? Okay, so I'm gonna do, this is Sienna. And these lip liners are super, super, super long wear, super blendable. But put your lips together.
Like this?
Yep. Or no, just together and close. Yeah, perfect. So I love to overline a little bit. And this is, make sure I know which one this is. This is Sienna. And it's like very much her lip tone. And I just hug the outside of the lip. Can you see that? And then smile for me. And I'm going to do half the lip and filling in the outside. And just to see how pretty and full that lip line gets. Let me sit while I can. And then once it's there, it is not going to move, which is great. Smile.
Someone said so full, obsessed, wow. And somebody said kiss proof AF.
It. Hold on, put your lips together.
You're using Sienna. This is just Sienna lip liner.
This is just Sienna lip liner. Is what is. I'm going to show you. So if anyone has ever gotten their makeup done by me, they probably have used or had me use their other product, because as much as I love it,
I-46.
all right. So, if you, sorry, technical issues. So the other thing I use all the time, and it's a kit staple, is the balms. So the balms they come in a lot of different colors. They're super hydrating. What are the ingredients in it? I forget.
It has Maxi Lip, which is a lip smoother.
Lip smoother, Maxi lip smoother.
Shea butter.
Shea butter.
and vitamin E and
Mhm.
jojoba oil.
Hobo oil. And so I am gonna actually. I love a really pretty full brown lip, and this is literally the one that gets stolen from me. I shouldn't say stolen. I just never get them back. So what I love is this is what's this called? Amaryllis, and it is the most beautiful brown, and I just love the finish bluntly. And then it's so hydrating, full, filling. It gives you like pigment, but it doesn't give you that hard lip. Their lips are still kissable. And this is brown. I mean, it's like a nudie brown. So, do we have a lip brush right there?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, in the middle. You know, the top middle, top middle, top middle.
Top middle.
Yep. Thank you. So, you can go in a little bit more detailed, but it just is amazing. Now, what I would do if you were going for like more dimension is take your cheek, the blush color we used, and at the very end, kiss, go in and kind of lighten that. And see how that just gives it even more dimension, and it's the same product you've been using. And then to finish off before we end this, or before I finish this look, is y'all were saying about having it be too cakey. So once I'm done with the look, close friend, is I do that. I do some more hydration, and then I go back in, and anywhere that might need a little bit of fine tuning, I would go in and just kind of touch up.
And is that with the light?
This is light, and I'm just kind of like cleaning up, giving a more finish, like for a night out on the town. I just night out in the town, and just giving a little bit more coverage, because the thing is we wanted to give like we want to keep it skin like and not cakey looking, and this is just the easiest way to like at the very end to almost like go in as if you were retouching and fine tuning the look.
Jouer actually asked, do you still like using powder highlighters on clients?
I do, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys something that was very, very less products, more impact. So I wanted to like really focus on the concealers, because the using the two different concealers in two different ways, or the two different powders. I do like using powder highlights, but in place of powder highlight, I used this bronzer, which I'm going to add more to, because they do actually have very, very beautiful highlighters. My favorite is tan lines. If you pull up the highlighters, it's in the box. I think they're in the box. Does anyone have any more questions while we find those powder highlights? Sun Sweat bronzer. They're little tiny white square or silver squares. Let me see. No. Found them.
Someone said they discovered Jouer because of the iconic powder highlighters.
So where is tan lines?
Skinny Dip, Topaz, none of those.
Hold on, Skinny Dip? Perfect. So Skinny Dip is one of the ones I really love. And I'm going to use, this is a powder highlight, because they are amazing. So if you're really wanting, so for me, this look is like summer glow. She's super got like a healthy glow to her. I'm actually, before we put this on, I want to put the bronzer across, or this menage a trois across her collarbone.
Someone said, "Oh my God, the glow."
The what?
The glow.
Oh yeah. So you see how this is more like a soft, diffused highlight, if you will, glow, and gives a little bit of that bronze, sun-kissed bronze look. Now, if we go in, can you hand me that highlighter brush?
This one?
Yeah. So if we go in with this, is it topaz? I know it's not citrine. Citrine's, yeah, skinny dip. So this is skinny dip. You have it up?
Yes, I'm trying to bring it up right now.
So turn this way. And so if you do this, can you see how that just kind of like even is more? And if I do some here, it's just much stronger. Bring back. And then hit a little bit. You want to use this. I love this. I'm more of a bronzy highlighter. And the reason I don't like that is I feel like it's more skin-like. It makes it improves the look of your skin. It's more flattering in photos, and it just really elevates the overall look. Now, if you go with a lighter highlight, you'll sometimes get flashback, and you also get separation of the skin. So I always like to use something that has is more of a complementing tone to the skin. But definitely, wherever you put the highlighter, you have to make it look supernatural. You want to put it on all the top surfaces, like the high points of your collarbone, your cheekbone, just a little bit on the bridge, not the tip, not up here, right on the bridge, right above the brows. And then when I do powder highlighter, I like to just go in afterwards and really melt it into the skin. And it'll also keep the makeup looking more fresh for longer. Does anyone have any more questions on this?
So pretty.
That's-
Everybody's saying she's so pretty, glowing to the other galaxies.
You are glowing. You're a goddess.
So beautiful.
That's pretty much my summer Jouer look. Did you guys? Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys got some tips and some of your favorite Jouer products and my favorite Jouer products. But yeah, don't be afraid of you layering your powders. If you have a lighter Jouer powder or a darker one, even out with one and brighten with the other. Having a concealer, especially the essential concealer, to be a more corrective, like under the eye or any problem areas, because it's a more full coverage concealer. Going back in with the Jouer pen to correct and brighten is my favorite tip. To keep yourself from being too cakey, make sure you use the barrier cream before you start your makeup. Spray with the moisture mist during the application, and actually later on, if you throw it in your purse, it's really a great refresher of the makeup. And then the powders are great to give you a nice flawless finish, and the translucent is a definite one that you want to get to keep in your kit or your purse, so that you can travel with it and touch up. And I will show you with the translucent, if there's since I've used both powders now, if I wanted to go in and get like a little bit more fine-tuned retouching, if you will, I would go in with the Jouer translucent just to give a finesse, because I wouldn't want to keep on adding more pigment, and I would just want to get it to be mattified. You know, if you wanted to go in there with the technique of like a little bit of powder under the cheekbone to lift. But yeah, it's makeup. Jouer's products are amazing, and I love them. It's not just something that I talk about. I tell all my clients, all my customers, and I just have everyone grab them because they're the most user-friendly. They're made for women that embrace their skin and really want to have a play on their color and on their look and feel their best. And they're super high quality ingredients. So definitely check them out. And I guess hope you guys had fun with me. I had fun with you. What do you think?
I love it. I'm ready.
Thanks, guys. Do you guys have any more questions? We'll hang out here for a minute and answer some questions before we sign off.
Everyone's saying amazing, beautiful work, stunning. We're going to wait for some questions.
I love this hair. Ari did the hair, and my husband, I have to give him props. He lit this, and it is so amazing. So it's a team effort. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this was a lot of fun. This was my first one doing a shop as you go. And I hope it was fun for you. It was fun for me applying. I hope you guys got a lot of goodies in your bags. But if anyone has any questions, you can also find me in my DMs at Artistry by Steven, and I can help you with more questions and help you pair with whatever concealers or any of those inside tips with the Jouer products.
We do have a few questions.
Stephen Moleski Beauty.
Oh, Stephen Moleski Beauty, sorry. What did I say?
Artistry by Steven.
Oh my God, yeah, I just changed my handle about 3 months ago. Stephen Moleski Beauty is my Instagram handle. It used to be a different one. Stephen Moleski Beauty. If you go to my DMs, I will help you guys out. I'll answer your questions. I'm always there for you. What was the question?
Do you use anything specific for under eye prep?
I do use under eyes are really specific to the person. I don't like to overhydrate. The barrier cream I really do use on the lips, the eyes, all over because it's super hydrating, but it's not greasy. It's not too cakey. But the I moved the pack. Where's the pack of the Jouer under eyes? The Luminize, they're no joke. They are super hydrating. They prep the skin. Do them before when you have about at least 5 minutes, if not 10 minutes, before you're putting on makeup. Because once you put them on and you take them off, you really want to take all the liquid and massage it in, massage it on your lips, massage it all over your face. Let it set for a minute or so, and then get to your makeup as your barrier cream. But under eyes is a really specific. You want to hydrate. You want to have some caffeine, which the Luminize have in them, and just get them prepped but not overly hydrated.
And somebody just wants you to go over again, what areas did you apply the highlighter?
The highlighter, where's my brush? So I used the Skinny Dip highlighter, which is a bronzy highlighter, and I applied it. So turn to the side. So I applied it across the top of the temp, like right on the front of the face, because what you want to do is whenever the light's hitting, it's just really, really beautiful to have the light grab there. I go with the highlighter and do it all the way up here and across the top of the cheek. If you do have smile lines or tend to like squint, I would just use the highlighter on the front apples of the cheek. So that way you still get that luminous pop, but you don't draw attention to any fine lines that you don't want to draw attention to. And then I use the highlighter across the collarbone.
Beautiful.
All right. Anything else?
Somebody asked about the lip again, but I just said use Sienna and Amaryllis, right?
Yeah. So Sienna liner with Amaryllis, and then on the cheek we used Uplift Me. Yeah, Uplift Me, which is a really pretty peachy undertone blush, but then I finished that off on the lip, so that I gave the Amaryllis even more of a peachy tone, which played up because we had it in the blush, in the bronzer, and it just gives it. If you notice, the one thing I love is I love a pool of color. So we have a all over warm peachy tone, but it's neutralized because it's like brown tones. It's not overly saturated, but the peach gives like that summer kiss, like golden gauze vibe. But it's they're neutral, so they're not overpowering. You don't have that heavy makeup feel that sometimes you do whenever you use like an actual traditional bronzer, if you will. The bronzer I used is the wait, where is it? Is Suntan. And if you look at it, it's just a very neutral brown with a warmth to it. And so when it gets on the skin, it really plays up that sun-kissed, sun-tan look, and it doesn't get orangey or red. Also, I want to take a moment. So I used the lip liner, the Uplift Me Duo, and the Balm. But if you guys haven't seen, I did a tutorial on my Instagram that you can check out me using it. But the Bare Rose collection, this is a amazing combo. It's going to give you this kind of same feel. If you were to incorporate it in, it'll be more of a rosy tone. Let me pull it out here. This is probably, I've been using this a lot, so I was like, let me switch up and use a peachy tone. But Bare Rose, let me see your hand, is a really pretty rosy tone. And you can see it on there. So it would actually, I can do it here. They're so blendable. You can go right over top of everything. And see how it just gives that, it changes the look from like summer bronzy to like a little blushy. And that actually proves one of the things that I love about Jouer. The formulations are super pigmented, super blendable. I just had 3 layers of powder, bronzer. It doesn't look cakey. And whenever I go to add a cream over top, it blends seamlessly. So there we go. And now she's sun-kissed.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so there's a bunch of different shades. Play around with them. They're all amazing. But the Bare Rose collection is available also, and you get all 3 of them in a set. And this, I believe, Bare Rose only comes in the set for right now. And it's 56. We'll pull it up.
Yeah, we'll pull it up.
Ari's going to pull it up right now. But that's a really good collection because you'll see that I use the lip liner. I use the cream blush, and I use the balm. Bare Rose comes in a collection all as
56.
And it's $56.
And it does only come in the kit, so.
And it only comes in the kit. So, anyways, that's that. Any more questions?
People
Wait, a good turnout. There's 200 people.
Yeah.
I just am seeing this. Hi, everybody.
Everyone just says so beautiful.
Do a little bit of a turn, a pose.
You can see everything. You're the best, Steven.
Jouer is the best. I just have good products that I can make everything look good.
Someone asked about a code, but I don't think there is a code, but everyone from the class is going to get sent your list if they want to shop, and then they get the free product, right?
Yeah, so if you're shopping right now, when you shop, there's the purchase. I don't know if it's a discount. They might say if it's a discount.
I don't know. Jouer, maybe you can pop in and answer that for us.
I forget the exact discount, but anything over $50, you get the essential lip, which is amazing, with your purchase. And then I believe that there's a 15% discount or something like that. We can clarify. Jouer. It's the best.
They'll pop in here.
They'll pop in a second. Jay?
Yeah. Yes, if you sign up on the website.
Yeah, sign up on the website and there's a discount.
Perfect.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I hope to do it again. If you guys want to give me a follow, let me know what you like. Also, like, truly, if you guys have any questions that I didn't cover here, or you go and like, I forgot what I did or whatever, give me a follow, Stephen Moleski Beauty. I'm more than happy to answer, or Jouer, if they reach out to you, we can chat. You know how to get a hold of me. And you guys have a great evening. This was a lot of fun. I hope wherever you are, you're safe and happy, and life is great, and sending lots of love. And you guys have a great night.
All right.
How do I sign out? Oh, there we go. Say bye.